guys, welcome back to another What's for Dinner. Today's is just a little bit different because it's actually a bonus What's for Dinner, and I'm going to be taking the same main recipe and transforming it into 3 different things. So this is going to save you a ton of money. You're not wasting ingredients, but you're also not getting sick of leftovers night after night after night. So I'm taking you guys along with me as I go through 3 different recipes. I know you're going to love them. They're all super budget friendly and super kid friendly. I do have a toddler and pretty much all of my meals are super kid approved, so I know your whole family is going to love them. And if you are new here, consider hitting that little red subscribe button. I would love to have you. Give this video a thumbs up and let's get into today's video. So for the first night, I am making barbecue chicken sandwiches. You're gonna need some brown sugar, some barbecue sauce, Worcestershire sauce, zesty Italian dressing, salt and pepper, and then 3 large chicken breasts. You're gonna start by spraying your crock pot with a little bit of olive oil or whatever spray you like to use, and then just lay your chicken breasts right in the bottom of the crock pot. And then you'll be adding in a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I am using dark brown sugar on this day, but most of the time I actually use the light brown sugar. And then you're going to be adding a 1/4 cup of zesty Italian dressing as well. For the Worcestershire sauce, you're going to need about a tablespoon. And then for the barbecue sauce, you're going to need a full cup. And I always like to use the Sweet Baby Ray's original barbecue sauce. Season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper, and then make sure it's all mixed together really well. And then you're just going to cook it on high for about 5 hours. Once the chicken's completely cooked through, you're just gonna pull it out and shred it all up. And then I like to throw mine back in the crock pot and just let it sit and marinate for another like 30 minutes or so until dinner. I have been making Crockpot barbecue chicken like this for a really long time, but I recently discovered this recipe and I much prefer it. I used to just use barbecue sauce and chicken, but this tastes so much better. It has a lot more flavor and a little bit of sweetness to it. It is so good. You're gonna love this barbecue chicken recipe. And to go with the barbecue chicken sandwiches, I just kept it really simple and I am just using some shredded cabbage and then I'm adding in some coleslaw dressing. Our favorite is the Kraft brand. I have tried to do a homemade dressing before, but I have not found one that I liked. So if you have one that you do like, comment down below and let me know because I'd love to be able to just make it from things that I already have at home. I like to always mix up my coleslaw just a few hours before dinner and then stick it in the fridge and just let everything kind of soften a little bit so the cabbage isn't so stiff. Go ahead and preheat your oven to about 400 degrees. This is going to be for the buns because I do like to toast mine. So I always just spray my baking sheet with a little bit of olive oil and then I'm laying out the buns that we're going to be using. I was using super basic hamburger buns. You could definitely go with a nicer bun, but then I'm just brushing them with a little bit of butter on both sides. And then I also like to sprinkle it with a little bit of garlic salt on the outer part. And then you'll just pop those into your preheated oven. I think mine took right around 5 minutes to get all nice and toasty. And then just go ahead and plate up your barbecue chicken. You could add cheese to this if you want. We do sometimes. My husband will usually add it to his plate, but I prefer it with just regular chicken on it. Next up, I am making some barbecue chicken quesadillas. These were so good. You're just going to use the leftover chicken. You'll need some flour tortillas and then your favorite type of cheese. So start off by warming up your leftover barbecue chicken. And then you're just going to be assembling your quesadillas. You really could put whatever you want. You could do some sauteed veggies, but I kept ours super simple. I just did barbecue chicken and then topped it with shredded cheese. So we actually have this little quesadilla maker that somebody had given us for our wedding, and I absolutely love this thing. It cooks the quesadillas super great. It doesn't ever burn them, and they just cook really nice and evenly. But you could definitely make your quesadillas just in a plain old pan, and that would work great too. And then I like to pop them in the oven just to keep them warm until we're all ready to eat. Little pro hack, use your pizza cutter to cut your quesadillas. It makes it so much easier than using a knife. And these also freeze really well, and you can keep them in your fridge for lunches. That's why I made extras, because I use them for lunch for Easton and I for the next day. And I just served ours with a little bit of leftover coleslaw from the previous night. I didn't want it to go to waste, so I just wanted to use that up. Next up, I am making a barbecue chicken and bacon pizza. This was amazing. You're going to start by preheating your oven to 410 degrees and then taking whatever pizza dough that you are using. I can link the recipe that I use down below. It is the KitchenAid pizza dough recipe, and it's super easy, comes out absolutely perfect every time. I've been using this one for years and we really, really like it. So just press all of that out. I normally would add a purple onion to barbecue chicken pizza, but all I had was half of a white onion, so I am just chopping that up into big pieces, and then I actually threw it in the microwave for a couple of minutes just to get the pieces nice and soft so that they didn't end up crunchy on the pizza. So for this pizza, you don't need your typical red sauce that you would normally put on the bottom. All you're gonna do is take your leftover barbecue chicken. I would say to make sure it's warm so it's a little bit easier to spread around, but you're just gonna spread that all over the crust of your pizza, and then you're gonna be topping it with your favorite cheese. I did like a Fiesta blend cheese, but you could use mozzarella or cheddar or really whatever your family prefers. You can add whatever fresh veggies that you would like on top, but all I had was the onions, so that's what I am adding on this pizza. And then since there isn't a sauce on the bottom, I wanted to add a little bit more flavor and make it not as dry. So I just did a little bit of barbecue sauce right on top. And then I also sprinkled on some bacon. This is like the pre-cooked bacon that you get from the store. And then you're just going to pop that in the oven. I think mine took about 15 minutes at 410 degrees. Just keep an eye on it. It might be different depending on your oven. And then when it comes out, I like to just put a little bit of butter on the crust. This is something that my mom used to do, and you can also do a little bit of garlic salt on the edges if you would like. And that is about it for this pizza. I ended up just serving ours with a side of broccoli. Well, that is it for this bonus What's for Dinner video. I hope that you enjoyed it and got some ideas for your own week. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.